Delhi-based Supreme Court lawyers have filed a police complaint against Aamir Khan and his film Laal Singh Chaddha. That's the story we're getting at this hour. The complaint says Aamir's film has disgraced the army. So a complaint now with the Supreme Court. In fact, the Delhi-based lawyer filing a police complaint, I beg your pardon. This essentially is a police complaint filed by a Delhi-based lawyer against Aamir Khan and his film Laal Singh Chaddha. The complaint has spoken about the fact that the film has disgraced the army. Remember, Monty Python was the first to in fact come out and say that it is a total disgrace to the Indian Armed Forces, to the army and to Sikhs, given the portrayal of the army and the manner in which it showed erroneously that low IQ men are going to be allowed to join the Indian Army, which isn't the case. Forrest Gump, remember, and parallels have been drawn obviously because of this, talking about how Forrest Gump fits in the US Army context because at that point in time in the 60s, US was indeed recruiting low IQ men to meet requirements for the Vietnam War. This is not the case. Now this is a police complaint where an advocate with the Supreme Court has reached out to the police saying that Aamir Khan's film has disgraced the army. The complaint is against Aamir Khan, where it talks about how a mentally challenged person was allowed to join the army to fight in the Kargil War. This is a depiction which has disgraced the Indian Army and also hurt Hindu sentiments. The complaint is against Paramount Pictures as well. In fact, the lawyer, Vineet Jindal, has spoken about the fact that it is a well-known fact that the best army personnel was sent to fight the Kargil War and rigorously trained army personnel fought the war. But the above-named accused intentionally depicted the set situation in the movie to demoralize and defame the Indian Army. He also talks about how the Hindu sentiments have been hurt. In a scene, the Pakistani personnel asked Aamir Khan, "I offer namaz and pray, Lal, why don't you do the same?" To which he says, "My mother said all this puja part is malaria. It causes riots." The complainant has gone on to say in the complaint that the statement and depiction in the said movie is not only instigating and provoking statement but also stirring enraged emotions among the Hindu religion followers. Our constitution provides every citizen with the freedom of speech and expression, but the misuse of this right is inexplicable when it threatens the honor and harmony of the country and provokes the citizens based on community and religion and threatens the security of the nation. He also goes on to talk about the fact that the statements made by the accused, namely Aamir Khan, claims puja part is malaria, it causes riots. It is quite aggravating and defamatory statement for the whole Hindu community and also questions the values and virtues about a society. This statement shows his intent of waging war and activating enmity between different groups on the grounds of religion, which is against the ideology of a secular democratic country, is what the complainant Vineet Jindal has in fact said in his letter to the Delhi police. Aamir Khan, actor, a public figure having a large influence on the public, the statement is agitating the Hindu community and also threatens the security, peace and harmony of a nation and disrupt public order. Vineet Jindal is the name of the complainant, who also is a lawyer with the Supreme Court. He in fact has written this letter to the Delhi police talking about why there should be action against Aamir Khan. He has disgraced the army and also hurt Hindu sentiments. In the movie, they have depicted that a mentally challenged person was allowed to join the army and fight in the Kargil War. He goes on to say that it is a well-known fact that the best army personnel were sent to fight the Kargil War and rigorously trained army personnel fought this war. But the above-named accused intentionally depicted the situation in this movie to demoralize and defame the Indian Army. He also says that the movie hurts the sentiments of Hindus, given that in the scene, the Pakistani personnel is asking Aamir Khan, I offer namaz and pray, why don't you do the same? To which Aamir Khan replies, my mother said all this puja part is malaria.